Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. You may have heard of Kamil Sokolowski. You probably have. A Polish heavyweight based in Britain. Currently, he's a journeyman. Currently with an 11 wins, 28 defeats, and 3 draws. 4 of his wins are by KO, and 4 of his defeats are by KO. Well, he's been one of those really good, loyal servants to the game. He's 37 years old now. Tough guy, springs a few upsets in his time, but unfortunately he's now banned for 3 years because he failed a drug test. He's the latest one in a long line of reported failed drug tests. And I mean, this actually pertains to a fight, not his last fight, but the one before that, which was against Frazer Clarke in Manchester on, I think was it in November or December of last year. He lost a 6-round points decision. He's also facing Otto Wallin. He took him the distance, and he sprang a little upset over George Fox. That was his last win. George Fox is Don Charles's son. Was unbeaten at the time. He lost to Solomon Dakers on points. David Adelaide on points. I think he did. He actually lost on points to Lucas Brown, which I thought he definitely won that fight. He knocked out Nick Webb in 3 rounds, which was a good win for him. Went the distance with Nathan Gorman, David Price, Martin Bacoli. I mean, this guy has fought just about everyone. Tom Little and Sean Turner are in the mix. He beat Sean Turner actually over 8. Gary Cornish, he lost on points to him over 6. I mean, the man has fought just about everyone at domestic level and some European fighters over the last 10 years. But unfortunately, UKAD issued a statement. I shall read it to you. It says, Polish professional boxer Kamil Sokolowski has been banned from all sport for a period of 3 years following anti-doping rule violations for the presence and use of a prohibited substance. On the 12th of November 2022, UK Anti-Doping UKAD collected an in-competition urine sample from Mr. Sokolowski after his fight against Frazer Clarke at the AO Arena in Manchester. Analysis of Mr. Sokolowski's sample returned adverse analytical findings. Where have we heard that phrase before? For the exogenous origin of testosterone and its metabolites. Testosterone is listed under section S1.1 of the World Anti-Doping Agency, it's WADA with a W, not V, 2022 prohibited list as an anabolic androgenic steroid. It is a non-specified substance which, when administrated exogenously, is prohibited in sport at all times. On 21st of April 2023, UK notified Mr. Sokolowski and issued him with a provisional suspension from the sport. Mr. Sokolowski responded to UKAD's notice on the 30th of April 2023, indicating that he used a supplement which he believed contained the prohibited substance found in his sample. So this is an occasion where a fighter fails a test and then says, hang on a minute, yeah, I used this supplement. But yeah, the point is, no, you failed, 3-year ban, out you go. Okay. Now I know this is a steroid, and I know that you have to take each case on its own merits, but it does beg the question. A 3-year ban slap. I mean, okay, it's gone on for 10 months or whatever. The investigation has, but it's resulted in a 3-year ban. Well, it didn't result. Different substances, I know, but it didn't result in a 3-year ban for Conor Benn, Tyson Fury, Hughie Fury. How far else do you want to go? Kid Galahad got a 1-year ban for a substance, not a 3-year ban. Is this because Sokolowski is a 37-year-old heavyweight journeyman who cannot afford to hire good lawyers, he hasn't got a promoter sticking up for him? Is this a case of one rule for one set of people and one rule for another? Yeah. This is not a 6-month backdated ban, is it? This is not something that's been swept under the carpet. We've checked it, you're guilty, the substance in your system. He holds his hands up and says, yeah, well, I took this substance, I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter. 3-year ban. All right. I mean, you can argue and say, well, so what? You know, it doesn't matter. He's guilty, so ban him. Okay, you can take that attitude, but can we have a bit of consistency with this stuff, please? Otherwise, you know, any moral point is rendered worthless if there isn't consistency. Yeah, but anyway, regardless of all that, Sokolowski, I think, has been a very good servant to the sport. It's a great shame he failed that test, and at 37 with a 3-year ban, it takes him up to 40. His career's probably over, and there's going to be a lot of promoters who are going to be sad to see this guy go, because he gave young kids a good test. Not just young kids, but I mean some domestic contenders. He gave them a tough time. He was always there, always hanging tough. So although he failed a test, I am kind of sad to see him go. But he did fail the test. I mean, leave your comments below if you care. I mean, he's journeyman, heavyweight journeyman. I really like the guy, but tell me what you think of this ban. Do you think there's one rule for one and one rule for another? I mean, pretty obviously there is, in my opinion. If you've got money, you can, and you've got a big promoter trumpeting, you know, and spewing the sort of propaganda, looking after you. It can put a different spin, a different narrative out there. Whereas if you're a small hall journeyman, you haven't got anyone sticking up for you, and no one really cares anyway, do they? That's a shame. Anyway, comments below. Leave your comments below. Yeah, I'll read them. Thank you for your time as always. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.